Risk-Taking in the Media by myself, Dean Kedger. The marketing power and influential power of social media is depicted. What's going on? I'm shared on screen?
It's fine.
Oh, it's so delayed. The marketing power and influential power of social media is depicted in the ultra-fast fashion article, The Stimulus. In it, Rachel Monroe, the author, writes, Boohoo's founders understood that social media could be leveraged to make new brands quickly seem ubiquitous for their target audience. In this example, social media was being used to influence teens and motivate teens to purchase a product in a fashion statement. However, what if this could also be applied for teen behavior? If the content that they're seeing on social media also impacts the behavioral choices that they're making. In neural sensitivity, we know that the adolescent brain is easily influenced by the environment around it, and furthermore, according to Mayo Clinic, 97% of teens in a survey were found to frequently use social media every day. So we know that social media is a big part of teen life, and furthermore, that it has a big impact on what teens are doing each day. Now this leads us to a problem. If the content on social media promotes risk-taking and dangerous behavior and normalizes behavior that is normally unsafe for adolescents or teens, we are presented with a major problem because many of teens are being influenced by this behavior and seem to think that it's okay. The first area that this is prevalent is in sexual content. According to David Amerlin, a best-selling author for social media today, on the internet, porn sites make up about 12% of all sites. Now this is significant when you consider how many teens are using the internet every day, and also how many sites this is in comparison to all sites on the internet. Furthermore, there's some form of porn available on almost every social media platform, which we know teens are involved in frequently. There is filtering available to try to counteract some of this content that's being shown. However, much of it is ineffective, and according to Nancy Kranich, a librarian at Rutgers University, filters may do more harm than good. They sweep too broadly and fail to block communications sent through email, chat rooms, non-web resources, peer-to-peer exchanges, and streaming video, new popular modes for distributing pornography. So these porn sites are finding ways around these filters and rendering them useless. Now the second way that social media promotes risky behavior and general has a bad influence on our teens is through dangerous trend setting. Take the milk crate challenge, for example. In this challenge, participants attempted to walk across a pyramid of stacked milk crates without falling. A video of people failing the challenge was posted to TikTok, where it received 5 million views in one day alone. This is significant because people were getting hurt in the challenge pretty bad, and it was so widespread, so people were getting the idea to try it out themselves, and resulting in further injury. In fact, according to Sean Anthony, an orthopedic surgeon, colleagues from across the country are reporting that they have seen challenge participants with a variety of injuries, including shoulder dislocations, rotator cuff tears, ACL tears, broken wrists, and even spinal cord injury, all of which are pretty severe injuries found in people partaking in this challenge. Now, TikTok did respond to this, although rather reactively as opposed to proactively. According to Jordan Valinsky, a news writer for CNN, TikTok removed all videos of the Milk Crate Challenge for containing dangerous activity. Unfortunately, prior to doing this, millions of people all around the world had already seen this challenge and got the idea of partaking in it inside their head. So if they were to be more proactive and didn't even let the videos go up in the first place, lots of injury could have been prevented, and millions of adolescents even would have been more purified in a way. Now, I propose that we invest more money and resources into better filtering technology to combat this content that's being shared across various media platforms. It's important to note that technology for better filtering already exists. Social media platforms and the media in general is just choosing to not implement it. Tamara Littleton, CEO of The Social Element, a social media agency that worked with some of the world's biggest brands, writes that the technology that networks are using for marketing could be the solution to the problem. They're investing in image recognition and tagging technology that could help identify harmful content. Furthermore, researchers have developed algorithms that can not only detect whether someone is depressed, but can predict depression just by their social media posts alone. This technology would prevent a lot of dangerous content from being spread and harmful ideas from being normalized into our teen lives. In conclusion, we know that the adolescent brain is very easily influenced. Furthermore, we also know that millions of teens all around the world are using social media every day. Therefore, the content that we are putting out on social media is directly impacting the lives of teens all around the world, and it's up to us to carefully monitor it to shape our youth how we want to and how we think is ethically and morally correct. Thank you.
Could I see your bibliography? Yeah, it's getting, yeah, that's just, let me look at it for a second. Okay. Did you cite all of those?
I have several slides. No, so this is my bibliography.
From your IWA?
Yeah, all these sources I use as inspiration into my IMP.
Okay.
They were used in my IWA as well.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. How did some preliminary information you gathered inform your research?
So some of the first information that I gathered was on how social media is largely influential on society in general, not just adolescents, but just people in general. And I found that it was actually incredibly impactful on behavior and decision making in the general public. So I thought that this can be used in a positive way if the content on social media is encouraging positive behavior and positive reinforcement. However, there's so much negative content on social media and hate that's being spread that I figured if the positive is also impacting our community, so can the negative, and how significantly is this harming our society.
Okay, and then, so what are the implications of your research to the world at large?
So I find this to be actually very important in our current world. As I mentioned earlier, 97% of those teens in that survey were found to frequently use a social media platform. So we know that so many teens and so many people in general are using social media all around the world, so the content that's being portrayed is directly shaping our world. And if we are including negative content, harmful content that's portraying sexual interaction, dangerous behavior, or risky behavior, it really directly impacts a lot of people in our world.
Our lives, yeah. Good. Nice job.